What up, friends? Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. It's hot outside right now. Like, I can feel my flesh melting away as soon as I step outside. It's summer.
Things are gonna be okay.
And with that in mind, I want to talk to you guys about some of the best inspired by fragrances that you can possibly get your greedy hands on. Or maybe you're not too greedy because you're not paying a really high price, so whatever. And I'm also gonna do a giveaway to one of you guys out there, hook you up with something to make you smell real nice. Ooh, yeah. Nice. First off, a couple honorable mentions real quick, like this one, Hawas Ice. Now, Hawas has become kind of a meme. It has, yeah. The Hawas keep coming and they don't stop coming. I'm not gonna continue that lyric, but you know what I'm saying. It's just there's, I think we got enough Hawas, that's all I'm saying. If you wanna drop one from time to time and have it be absolute fire, like Hawas fire, you know, like really good, do it. But when you start dropping like 3 a month, that's the problem. Going back to this one though, Hawas Ice, this stuff still slaps. I don't care how many Hawas fragrances have come out since this one, this is still good. It's still top shelf. Basically take that Hawas DNA, that kind of Invictus vibe, freshen that bad boy up, keep it very powerful, strong, easy to wear, compliment pulling, all of that. Hawas Ice is still good. Also want to mention this super quick by Reef's, part of their Seasons collection, Drift. Bottle's kind of interesting. Looks like they ripped a portal in time for you to step through, but in reality, that's fake. That's not an actual portal. That's just a little picture. I know, I'm sorry. It's a bummer. The fragrance itself actually smells similar to Bleu de Chanel Exclusive with a twist. Basically take that fragrance style, just make it fresher. That's what this is. Now do be aware the opening will slap you upside the nostrils with the power of just lemon. Yep, actually just lemon. That's what it's gonna hit you with. So when you first spray this on, you may think to yourself, oof, I'm not sure about that. But once you let it dry down, it gets way better. And also it's one of those fragrances that as you let it age and mature a little bit, you know, you let it get through puberty, it smells way nicer. All right, official top 10 time, shall we do it? Let's do it. Number 10, Valor, part of the Lions Club. This is Armaf. Got a nice little look to it, kind of a marbleized bottle. The very annoying kind of magnet vibe going on here. I mean, it is very interesting, like you can tell right away what it is with the leather strap and everything and the lion's head. But when you buy these and they come in, a lot of times this has come undone, like the sweater song, and it's just kind of doing that deal, like scratching up the front of the bottle. You have to kind of get this little rivet, I said that like a frog, but you gotta put it right inside that little hole. Rivet, rivet, rivet. Slippy Toad from Star Fox. Aha! So this fragrance right here, part of, as I said, the Lions Club collection, which is PDM alternatives. This one, Sedley. And I know you could just go, oh, get My Hair Legacy. Oh no, that's true, you could get that. But this one right here is very, very nicely done. Has great quality, great performance for a fresher type scent. You can find it about mid-30s a lot of places now, so it's dropped down a little in terms of price compared to when it first came out. And for me, I would go for this one just in terms of quality. I think it's a bit higher. Bang for buck, Lattafa just about always wins out, right? Because Lattafa, man, they will crush with prices. Unless it's a really hyped new release and then they get iffy, but outside of that. So if you want absolute best bang for buck, you could scoot that direction. For me, I'm gonna go this one. 9, Aries. This one by Elixir. Straight up God of War style. This stuff coming out fierce, unholy, just thirsting for domination. What fragrance would come across that way? Of course, Chanel Allure Sport Super Leggera. Huh? Right. Don't know if the name completely matches, but that doesn't matter. It's what's on the inside that counts. And this stuff is a big improvement in terms of overall performance compared to the OG. Not that Super Leggera is crazy weak or anything, just this outperforms it. Clean, fresh, citrusy, very easy to wear. Main issue with this, it has been off and on difficult to find. It finally pops up in stores, sweet. Pick it up for 45 bones. Nice. Then it's gone and you have people on eBay trying to sell it for like $85, $90, whatever. No, not so sweet. So with this one, if you want it, keep your eyes peeled at discounters. JOMASHOP is where it was previously, so we'll see how that goes. It should be everywhere, I feel like, but don't overpay for this stuff. That goes for all of these. Regent up next. Ah, yes, Regent. You can tell by the color scheme that it smells similar to Halton. I'm just playing, it smells like vibrato. This is the Harrods color scheme. You know, there are so many niche brands out there who come out with Harrods exclusive fragrances, and they always have the Harrods color scheme. So anytime I see that, the green and gold, I'm just like, oh, okay. I know what that is. So we are in Citrus Town once again with this fragrance, as I said, similar to vibrato, so you know the drill. Ginger, citrus, supporting floral notes, sandalwood as it dries down. Actually has a pretty busy note breakdown overall compared to a lot of things that are coming out nowadays. Now, I don't talk about this very often, but 3 note breakdowns suck. You've never heard that here before. I would never complain like a small petulant child about something that's actually not really a big deal at all. That's not me.
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
Now, one thing Regent does very, very well is smell expensive. It smells quite pricey for a dupe style fragrance. I actually like saying dupe style. It makes it sound like I'm talking about something completely different. You've been in the bathroom for 30 minutes, what are you doing? It's dupe style in here, you know? Dupe style.
I feel 5 pounds lighter. What? Jealous?
Absolutely love the way this comes across though. Do be aware, summertime, this is more like a classier sort of citrus scent. It's not quite as like crazy fresh as some of the other ones. This one has a little more density to it, the way that the citrus hits. I think it smells really good. Another Armaf Dunescape. Couldn't just name it Dune because then you would get sued, but Dunescape, nice. I'm just playing, I don't know that you would get sued for that. But there is the movie and there is the Dior fragrance called Dune, so, you know, maybe you would. Dune, remember that one? So what do we got cooking here with old Dunescape? Well, this is that hybrid style fragrance, my bros. This right here, the YSL, the Y, Eau de Parfum version, mixed with a little bit of Louis Vuitton. Or should we say Louis Vuitton? That was pretty bad, wasn't it? And the LV is, of course, Afternoon Swim. So citrus, yes, but leaning more toward that Y side of things, especially off the top with that, you know, fresh meets sweet kind of vibe that fragrance gives off. Absolutely killer to wear just about year round, but smells amazing during the summer just as well. Chili Pineapple by Montagne up next. This is one I've had for a minute. I think I got it last year, if memory serves me correctly, but just started to bust it back out again because heat and the name Chili Pineapple, you know, it does give me that kind of vibe of something I should wear when it's friggin' hot outside. Got some of the notes on the front here, orange, apricot, birch, and amber. And the chili part is Pacific Chill. The pineapple part is Aventus Cologne. And as I've said when talking about this one, it leans a little bit more toward Pacific Chill in the opening. You get more of that sort of vibe when it first pops off. It doesn't lean into the pineapple Aventus style as much. Maybe you get some underneath, but more so it's that tropical Pacific Chill blast, you know, that kind of green citrus mint, fruit bowl kind of fresh sweetness. Then as it dries down, that's when you get more of the Aventus side that comes out, which makes more sense because that fragrance is known to have a little bit of a heftier dry down, even if it is Aventus Cologne compared to Pacific Chill. And I'm gonna be giving away this is Afternoon Dive by Montagne. Now I already own this one, so I already know it's good. Afternoon Dive, Afternoon Swim, what? Oh, I guess I should say, but yeah, this is still sealed. Like I said, I already own it. This one is for one of you. But we'll do that giveaway in a little bit. Let's do the rest of the fragrances first. Yeah, let's move it along and talk about it later. The next one hits hard off the top. I'm talking a powerful opening. Blow your socks straight off your feet. But look, would you look at that? It's codes, here they come. Yeah, if you're shopping for some clone fragrances for yourself, perhaps some designer fragrances, niche fragrances, whatever, you're gonna wanna do that at a fragrance discounter, unless you hate yourself, which you should not. We're here for you, brother. But yeah, man, if you're shopping for fragrances, discounter just usually makes the most sense, unless it's something new. And if you shop at any of these stores, you can use these codes to save yourself an extra bit of cash, 5%, 10%, depending on the store. Got JOMASHOP, Fragflex, Perfume Box, Maple Prime, bunch of different stores. So use these codes, they're also in the description, you can copy paste if you want. Check it out, it's Safari Breeze by French Avenue. Now I will say every time, this bottle it's not selling the fragrance much. At least me, you know, I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. I will say when I first got this Mama Jamma in, this plaque was straight up just flopped off the bottle. Like the glue hadn't dried or something. So I just like pressed it back on there really hard and it stayed. So no harm, no foul, I guess. That just goes back to what I was saying though. The bottle doesn't sell the fragrance very much. It smells similar to Tales from Zanzibar, which does feel a little bit out of left field compared to your more typical Louis Vuitton style, which is really popular right now. This opens up with a wallop of black currant, citrus, coconut, and mint. And as it dries down, a little bit of floral notes, some woodiness comes out as well. You are gonna have to like the opening, which thankfully I think smells fantastic. But if you don't really like that big punch of like tartness with freshness, a little bit of creaminess, tropical kind of feel as well. If you don't like that, this one's probably not gonna be for you. But if you do like that opening is absolutely the type that will stop people in their tracks, positive or negative. For me, it works really well, but just because of the nature of this one, it could be a little more hit or miss depending on what you're into. Rayhaan, Adonis, Icarus. Sick, bro. Orange, dude, that's sick. Actually, I really like orange. That's a good color. It's nice, looks good. Magnetic cap, say it ain't so. The only other magnetic bro here is the Armaf. And that's more like a magnetic rivet. I said it again. Rivet, rivet, rivet. Adonis Icarus going on. Ooh, thick atomizer. Or thick spray? Just sounds weird. Thick spray. What? So this is a big blast of citrus, specifically orange, which the color of the bottle is making more sense to me now, yeah. I'm just joking. I'm very intelligent. I had put that together beforehand. Can't get anything by me. Ha ha. Next thing you're gonna tell me that purple and purple melancholia is for lavender? I'm not buying it. You also have ginger in here, you've got musk, you have ambergris. Neroli, of course, which goes together very well with citrus because neroli comes across with kind of a citrusy scent profile itself. Smells similar to Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton, with maybe more of a punch to that orange coming across in here. Some people have found it a little bit similar to Versace Eros Energy, but I think side by side, it's not that close to that one. Eros Energy, a little bit more like taking a Ventus Cologne and ramping up the citrus off the top, at least in terms of how it opens, I mean. I think that for summertime, this is one of Rayhaan's best, alongside Pacific Aura, which smells similar to Pacific Chill. Like I said, Louis Vuitton is everywhere. Next fragrance is Mykonos Reflection, which also smells similar to a Louis Vuitton. Yeah. So, which Louis Vuitton we got here? Great atomizer, by the way. You know what really set this bottle apart? Magnetic cap. Woo! Citrusy, once again. Smells similar to Symphony. Got a whole bunch of fruity notes in here, including apricot, so you're gonna get kind of a melange of different fruit notes when you spray it. It is an extrait de parfum, so it performs quite well. I would say the same thing here about what I said here. The smell is great, it's versatile, it gets attention, all the stuff that people want and everything. You know, you want something that smells expensive, doesn't cost all that much. That's what this is, assuming you don't overpay. Because this one has had the same kind of deal where it pops into stock, out of stock, into stock, out of stock, into stock, out of stock. And anytime that happens with any fragrance, whether we're talking inspired by fragrances, dupe fragrances, we're talking hype designers, hype niche, whatever. Anytime you have that issue where it's like here gone, you're gonna have people who scoop up a good amount and then list it for double or triple. So don't get roped in by that. It's a losing proposition, guys. You may get the fragrance earlier, but you're gonna feel bad when, you know, 2 days after you get it in, it pops up for half the price you paid. Check it out. Second place, Raees, Arabiyat Prestige. The massive bottle, 6 ounces, which I think everybody should go to that. 100 mils, ha. Lame. Just start making monstrous bottles. Let's really go, you know, let's go king size. I wanna have my fragrances look like I went into a 7-Eleven and bought a big gulp, you know, like I have no self-control. I just want the biggest freaking thing that you got. Give me that! But give it to me at the same price that you would give me 100 mils because I'm looking for a deal at the same time. Now I did finally get around to buying the luxury edition of this. It hasn't arrived yet, should be here in the next day or two. I was looking up the name because I also got Twilight Aura you know, Raees Twilight Aura. And I was like, man, both of these are pretty sick. You know, huge bottles, don't cost that much. And I looked it up and saw they had a luxury edition, which I did not own. And I put it in my mind to like go ahead and order it, and I forgot. And then the other day I remembered, and I actually bought it this time so I wouldn't forget again. Now this one smells like Acqua di Gio Profondo. So you can get that Profondo vibe. I'm a big Acqua di Gio fan. Only you can get it for, obviously, like I said, way less. It smells more similarly to the original Acqua di Gio Profondo, which makes it even better because that one has been essentially discontinued because, you know, they came out with the Eau de Parfum with the new bottle style in Acqua di Gio Profondo, which smells a little bit different. So if you want that ADG vibe on the cheap, Raees right here will get the job done for you. And it's almost as much as 2 standard size bottles. Pretty nice. And that's gonna bring me to the top spot here. And I'm kind of disappointed to say it is another Louis Vuitton style fragrance, Rare Reef. Yeah, I've been kind of getting into the Rare Reef once again. I talked about it in a couple videos here recently. Obviously it's not new, been out for a little bit. It smells similar to Pacific Chill, which is a fragrance style I really, really like. The opening here is great. If you like fragrances that have a little green aromatic lift to them alongside that fruity sweetness. So you got a bunch of different fruit notes in here. You have mint, which is gonna give you part of that green lift when you first spray this stuff on. You even have black currant in here. You have fig. Like I said, there's a bunch of different things going on here. Smells great. The price is really nice as well. You can get it for like tickling 30 bucks, you know, just over 30 bucks or so, depending on where you shop. Now, some places have it closer to 40, even up to like 45, but I wouldn't pay that much. Performance is solid. One of Afnan's absolute best for summer. Now, Sarathi Blue, also really good, more hyped, I would say, than Rare Reef. Sarathi Blue, of course, smells similar to Tiger, so if you want some more citrus in your life, you can check that one out. But I'm gonna go with this one. Let's do the giveaway. So as I said, Afternoon Dive, smells similar to Afternoon Swim. So the bottle that I own, I've had for, I think, over a year. I think so. Technically, I own 2 bottles, but this one I got just to give away to one of you because I already knew that the stuff was good, and it's summer. It makes sense. I guess I could have bought like something super crazy wintry, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So if you want to be interested in the giveaway for this one right here, all you have to do is like the video, be subscribed to the channel, leave me a comment down below. Let me know your go-to inspired by fragrance of the year. It sounds like we're being more fancy, right? Oh, it's inspired by. I'll pick a winner with random comment picker, post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. If you're the winner, hit me up. I'll ship this out to you. Good luck. All right, guys, that'll do it for me. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.